One of them is delegation, and that's pretty straightforward. The second one, and I don't know how to say this nicer to SEOs, but it's talking to human beings. Um, and what I mean with that, like I've had a coaching client that's like, yeah, this girl worked for me for 6 years. We've been writing on Skype, and the guy had never had a call with her. Like for 6 years, only text message back and forth from Skype. Like so many SEOs are good at hiring VAs, so they hire a lot of VAs. They don't know how to manage them. And if they don't know how to manage people, like if you treat a $5 person as a $5 person, they will only ever give you $5 value, right? If you treat a human being like a human being, they can be absolutely amazing. Like in our company right now, like we have VAs that have worked for clients. We have a VA that's running a $10 million e-commerce business. She worked with a client for 7 years, right? And she's literally the CEO of the company right now because the client trusted her, giving her ownership, let her grow. And like this is the big challenge with SEOs, right? They're growing things from a very simple perspective. Most of them don't know how they got where they got, but they all hear, and this is also based on bad internet advice. Most of the time, people basically hear, oh, put it into a process, hire someone, give them that process, and say, just do this thing. And I always ask them, like, I'll be in a room with 500 people. I'll say, did anyone learn SEO by giving a pile of processes and say, go do this thing? Never happened. It is not the way how anyone learns SEO, right? The way you learn SEO is someone patting you on the back saying, hey man, I trust you, I love you. I need help with getting traffic. I need help with fixing our website. I need help with something. And they trust you to go and figure it out. That is how you learn SEO, right? Now, I'm not saying don't have processes in your business, definitely not. But you have to understand fundamentally that people learn and grow to having ownership and responsibility, not by being given a pile of processes, right? And you need to trust. Honestly, if you're in a situation where you can't afford to spend a lot of money on workforce, fine, right? But the way you get the most out of it is finding great people, finding people with the right attitude and mentality, and really trusting them, leaning into them, and letting them do magic stuff. Now, I don't know any of you guys like extremely well, but I know that if anyone were to give any of you significant responsibility, you would probably fail if it was something you hadn't done a lot, right? But eventually you would figure it out and you would probably become really good at it, just like you've become an SEO. And that is the essence of growing people, right? So that's a lot of what I go through in my training is a lot of this stuff, right? Like because if you, as I said, if you treat a $5 person as a $5 person, you will never get more out of them. But if you manage people well, if you communicate with them regularly, right? Like most SEOs are so busy doing SEO, they don't take the time to be with their staff, to talk with their staff, to help their staff. And if you don't do that, you keep doing all of the work yourself. And people sit around saying, oh, well, they're not good enough. My staff don't know what they should do. The reason is because you keep doing it all and don't trust them and don't give them ownership. So they will never grow and become better than you.